trying to fit makeup in one makeup bag, like. Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. So today, trying to get that centered, there we go. I'm just going to be doing a little get ready with me. I'm going out to meet a friend in Lancaster and I'm really super excited about it, and I'm gonna get quite dressed up and pretty, so I thought it would be a good time to do a get ready with me. I don't have much time, so I'm just going to start putting my priming combination on. All of the products will obviously be linked in the description, as they always are. So I use a mixture of a baking oil and a mattifying primer. I find that this has the best result for my skin and for the longevity of my makeup. And this setup is very makeshift because I now do my makeup sat on the floor in front of my dresser with a mirror, so the camera is also just on the dresser. I know it's a bit messy behind me. I'm going home for a week, and I can't pack to proportion apparently, so that's fun. And even though I know I'm going to be bringing more back with me because I have to plan for a Easter trip to Wales now in February, because I'm not going to be home before then, I'm still overpacking. And I don't know why. I might try and take some of the stuff out, but now that I've done that, I'm going to apply my concealer. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and it's the only face product I brought with me. I think I will bring my foundation back when I go home, but I just really love how this looks. It gives a really nice coverage, and it stays in place. It's really hydrating because it has, I think this has coconut water in it. Yeah, coconut water, alpine rose and hyaluronic acid. I don't know why I'm putting all of my makeup in the same bag as my makeup brushes without taking my makeup brushes out of the bag first. I've now gotten through my first kind of stretch in my new job, and boy oh boy am I exhausted. Very glad to be going home for a week. Also, I never want to give too many indicators of where I'm living because, you know, personal safety and all that, but I feel like it's not too, like, too much of a problem to admit that I live in the north now. What the heck is up with this weather? Like, what? Why is the north so disgustingly cold all the time, and why does it rain all the time? And why is everyone just used to it and okay with it? It's freezing. So now that I've done my concealer, I'm going to move on to my brows, and I've been filling them in recently with Bordeaux from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I'm going to try and do this without covering them. That might not work, but we're going to see if we can do it. And how I fill them in is I just make them, I keep them quite thin. Just messed that up already. And fairly arched. That's a brow shape that I like and that I think looks nice on me. And apologies if you might not be able to see what I'm doing so well. I might scoot a bit closer to the camera for the next eyebrow. Oh, that was a bit much. Oops. This is why I prefer powder to pencil, because I find that I can get a lot more precision and it's a lot easier to correct if anything goes wrong with a powder, whereas I find with a pencil it's a lot trickier. So I think I know what I want to do with my makeup today. So I'm going to start with taking the white chocolate bar palette and the colour Pearl Candy, which is a white, and taking that on my brush, and I'm going to apply about that far in, you can see. And you can see I'm letting it go above the crease slightly as well, bringing it on the inner corner, and that's because that effect gives you like really widened big eyes, like you can see already, which is the look that I want. Honestly, the thing that stresses me out about all of the travelling that I'm going to be doing in the next couple days is that I know I'm going to have to fill up the car. And I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, filling up the car fills me with so much stress. I'm taking Almond Truffle, which is kind of just a medium mauve colour. And it makes me so anxious. Like, I get in the car afterwards and I'm shaking because I'm so freaked out. And I think it's because it's such a public thing that is very, you get out, you do the thing correctly, and you get back in and then you leave. And I get so anxious. Especially if anyone's near me, if anyone's watching me, if anyone looks at me, I'm like... And that's what I'm doing with it. So it's on the outer third and then it blends in a rounded shape into the crease. And you can see that that really accentuates the eye. I'm just going to take a vanilla colour. This one's called Divinity, just a matte, matte for the first time. And that's going to go on my brow bone quite heavily. To really add to the roundness that we are creating. I do my mascara before I do any eyeliner. It's just so much easier and it really helps to create a guide for the eyeliner brush, because it kind of has that resistance from the lashes that already have product on. This is going to be the longest video ever. I need to stop talking. Some people may say that it's a bad idea to use a hot pink on your lower lash line because you'll look like you have allergies, but I think it's really cute. My makeup in my lookbook when I'm wearing this dress, then this is almost the exact same steps. I just used a more golden colour on the inner corner in that video because I only took one palette and I was travelling for the day that I filmed. So but everything else is basically the same.
I tried to follow teacher's plan. I did it till the day that I became a married man. But since that day, by golly, folks, I cannot understand. How did Georgie do it? Why doesn't some wise man get up and explain? Why doesn't he clear up my poor model brain? Why doesn't...
There we go. Then we can give me a wing. And we're going to make it quite a curly, sort of upturned wing. Like that. It's quite romantic. It's quite soft. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty. And then we're going to try and get them even. I love how it's been 20 minutes and I told myself I was going to leave about 10 minutes ago. And I haven't even brushed up my hair yet. So, I got this new compact makeup from Milani. This is the Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder. And it's kind of like the Max Factor powder that I used to use. Only even better. And I'm pretty, like I'm 80% sure, I need to re-Google this, that Milani is also cruelty-free, which you will know is very important to me. And it's amazing. Such a beautiful powder. It has really nice coverage. And I find that I don't have to touch this up very much, which is obviously really nice.
Somebody do it. Oh, Georgie knew a thing or two, I'll agree. The Independence Declaration says liberty.
And it's so good. And I will keep this with me in my bag for touch-ups, and it smells awesome. I'm gonna just do a quick check on the Milani thing. Milani cruelty-free. Yes! Milani is cruelty-free. Awesome. And they do it in boots now, in some boots in England. Blush, and I'm going back to my good old natural face palette. Smells like coconut, smells like a dream. And I'm going with the bright pink. Yes, bright. A whole ton of highlighter, and I'm going to use a pink highlighter on my forehead and on my nose, and then I'm going to use my Diamond Lights on my cheeks because this is a really pretty highlighter that I absolutely love. And I don't see as many people using this as like I thought there would be. But like, look at it, it's perfect. There we go. And then I'm using Mickey Red, which is one of my favourite red lipsticks. I say that about every lipstick I own, but this one really is so gorgeous. It's like the most perfect, bright, like hyper saturated red. This is the finished makeup, and this video is already way too long, so I'm going to skip through to having my hair done. So this is my finished look. Feeling very, very beautiful around about now. And this amazing beret, by the way, how pretty, is from Brothers and Sisters, which is an amazing French company that make the most beautiful berets ever. I've coveted them for quite a while, and I'm just really, really excited that I now have 2 of their beautiful berets, because did I mention that the weather in the north is disgusting and I need to protect my hair. That is all for this little get ready with me.
Over and under, R is rich, so now what do we care?
I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will subscribe to our little family if you are enjoying my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Au revoir!